So, guys, welcome back to the channel, the WSXM podcast. My mantra: a united Africa is an undisputed Africa. My name is Briscoe. Welcome. So, for those of you who don't know my name, so anyway, Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso are making big strides in the past year. It makes the rest of the countries look like as if they're not doing what they're supposed to do because of the progress and the focus that these three countries' presidents are placing on their people. So anyway, before we get to that, listen to what Macron said about these said countries in a speech. This is a snippet of it because it was a long speech. I take the speech, so listen to it.
Without the French intervention, if our troops had not died in action in Africa, if the Sahel and Balkan operations had not been launched, today we wouldn't be talking about Mali, Burkina Faso, or Niger. Those states would no longer exist.
So you hear what did Macron say? He's saying if it wasn't for him, the Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali wouldn't exist today. That's how these European people think. They think that they own Africa, like Africa is theirs. Without them, Africa is nothing. You remember it was leaked like a year ago when after Queen Elizabeth had passed, and there was trying to divide up the kingdom between the Prince William and the other brother. Remember what he said? Africa is his. And that's the mentality they have, that as if Africa, they own Africa. It's like they play things, they totally do what they want with it. But before we get into what Niger and Burkina Faso is doing, look at these stats where I'm gonna put it up right there. Look right there. It's showing you the the debt that caused by insurgents since 2011 to 2020. And this happened after the French. This is since when the French set up base in Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali, and so that they came to help and to stem the crime. But look, from 2011, it was 109 dead cars. 2012, you see the figures 588, 2013, 929. Every year, it's a 5 or 6, it raises. In 2015, there was a spike, then there's a drop. But from 2017 to 2020, look at the big jump from 1,601 to 2020, 6,992 people passed from since the French so that they came to. So this does shows the French came, yes, but they did not came to aid this country. They came to reap these resources because remember, Macron was stealing the uranium from these countries, paying them €1.88 when it was $2,500 was per kilo, and they were only giving them a dollar change. So, so much money he was stealing from them, and the gold, not for the uranium, for the gold. For the uranium, it was 200 euro per kilo, and they were giving them 1.88 cents. And the same thing with the gold. It was like dollars they're giving, like $2, $3 they were giving these countries for their gold while they're selling it for 2,500, I think, per ounce or per kilo. I don't remember the exact figure, but it's there. It's documented, so I'm not lying about this. You can go and Google it. So this will show you that these people they do not go to Africa to aid African anything. But Burkina Faso kicked the French out. Mali, Niger, and Chad as well did the same thing. And since the French leave, the boom in economy and in growth these countries have seen is it's mind-boggling because it's been said over the international finances that they're saying the IMF or even World Bank is saying that they have this major growth. Why? Because the theft that was happening is no longer there from the French and from other players in it, but most of the French. So what Mali did, take a look at this picture right there. You see the three presidents, and they are thinking about opening their own airline. So again, this is what I like to see. The French had cut their flight to Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali, right? They had cut it because they said that, oh, that's as punishment. But they recently tried to reinstate to start to do flights from France back to this country. And what did Abraham Thierry do? Thierry did. He said, no, we don't want your airline to come here. So forget about it. You cancel it, so keep it canceled. And then now they're using alternate airline is now benefiting from what the French did. So they shot themselves in the foot, basically. So that's a great move. Hence the reason why they're doing their own airline. Second, they are doing their own currency. Look at that picture. They said three countries. Well, I'm talking about these three specifically right now. They are doing their own. I don't want to nice. They were doing their own currency. So they're gonna drop the franc, which is a French currency. And who is think is the one that's minting the French currency? The French. They are the ones that they're making of these countries' money. So they said no more. That's done. And now also there is rumors floating around that they want to become one country. I will see how that goes. So it's just rumors right now, but there's nothing written in stone about it. But the airline and the currency, two things is a fact. So what do you think of these three countries? And also, I almost forget, they dropped the French language as well. They're no longer using the French language as their main language. They're gonna go back to their local languages. And I think Burkina Faso, I think, have like 13 languages. And so they're gonna try to integrate now back, integrate these countries. I'm matter of fact, look at this video where they're changing the constitution and that said thing with the whole language change. Look at what Burkina Faso did.
Burkina Faso's government on Wednesday adopted a bill revising its constitution to enshrine the country's indigenous languages as official ones in place of French. French, which has been the official language for over a century, has now been relegated to the rank of working language. The bill must still be voted on by the Transitional Legislative Assembly before being signed into law. The country's ruling junta came to power in a coup in September 2022, and earlier this year promised a partial modification of the constitution. It comes following months of worsening relations between France and Sahelian countries. Earlier this year, Mali also established national languages as official ones in the country's updated constitution, similarly removing French. Burkina Faso has steadily severed ties with France, while deepening ties with Moscow. The country has also moved closer to neighbouring Mali and Niger, with the three countries recently proposing an alliance of Sahel states.
So they see that they're not only talking about doing the language change, they're putting it directly into their constitution. So that's where laws is very important. Not just more talk to show that these people are not playing. They're actually putting it in laws. So big ups to Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali. And the leader in this is President Abraham Traore. He's doing a brilliant job. He's focusing on his people, and I will keep repeating this. They're still trying to get rid of him because they tried twice, and it failed because even though he's 35, he's very smart. He's a military man. He's very strategic. So he's not gonna just go willy-nilly and get like how they did to Sankara, the president in 1980, where they assassinated. It's not going to be easy for them with this. And Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso also has an alliance. So if you attack one, you attack all three. So I'm telling you, man, this is where we see the continent is actually rising up. The younger generation is there. No more of the colonial days. Those days are done. They're even changing their educational curriculum in these countries as well. Show you what they're not playing. And I hope the Caribbean can follow suit. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Boom.